are so many Pinterest schedulers to choose from these days that are Pinterest approved and or Pinterest partners, which is what you want when you are choosing a Pinterest scheduler. You do not want to use one that is not API approved at the very least. But there is another designation, and that is being a Pinterest partner. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a new Pinterest scheduling tool. It is API approved. They are not Pinterest partners, but that doesn't mean that they are not worthy of your time and money. It does mean, however, that you have a new option, and chances are you've never heard of this scheduling tool just yet, because to my knowledge, it is just now making the rounds in the social media scheduling tool market. So let's talk about CircleBoom and how you can use this tool to schedule your Pinterest pins. Now in this video, I'm going to do just like I've done in every other scheduler review video. I am going to show you how the tool works first in a screen recording, and then we're going to hop into a discussion about my overall thoughts as a Pinterest manager of 7 years now, and what I think of this tool, the usability, and if I would recommend it to you, my audience, to use in your own businesses. So without further ado, let's dive right on into the screen tutorial video, and I will see you on the other side. We are looking at CircleBoom's dashboard. This is the main dashboard that you'll see once you have your account created and you're all logged in. And I love how simple it is to review. Now, I want to warn you right out of the gate, if you are publishing Pinterest pins through CircleBoom, you cannot use this big blue button that says create a new post and expect to be able to optimize that post for Pinterest. You actually need to ignore this big blue bar and actually click Pinterest specific. So before we dive into actually the other items in this overall review video, I just want to go ahead and tell you to go ahead and connect your CircleBoom to your Pinterest account. Make sure you're logged into Pinterest on the same Chrome browser or Safari browser that you are currently using, and then go ahead and add your social media accounts here. Now, for the transparency of this video, CircleBoom gave me a premium account to test out their tool for free in exchange for an honest review, and I'm going to do that. So here we go. What I want you to do, I've already made my Pinterest images. I'm going to create a Pinterest specific post. Now, I have not dug into this platform a whole lot because I want it to be something that we do together, and I want you to see just how easy it is to use or how not easy it is to use. So what I want to do is you can do this a couple different ways. You can hover over and say create a Pinterest specific post, or you can go here and do so. Now, right out of the gate, I do like how other platforms allow you to upload your images in bulk. So for instance, if we're talking about Tailwind right now, you would be able to upload 7 images or 10 images all at once and then optimize them all fully. You cannot do that with CircleBoom. You actually need to upload only one at a time. So for ease of optimization, that's probably not my favorite, but we're gonna zoom right past and get on to optimizing the pin, and we'll talk about all of this in a moment. So go ahead and choose your account. You have to load in the board that you want to pin to before you can actually get to uploading your image. So because I'm going to pin a promoted pin about promoted pins, I'm going to choose my promoted pins board. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a title and the destination link. But before we do that, let's actually upload the image. So click that image icon over there and then just simply drag your pin in. It's going to look like it's cut off, but I think it's going to be fine. And then now we're going to add our title and description as well as our link. Okay, I've fully put in my optimizations for my content. I wrote a title, I put my link in, and I wrote my description. You get up to 500 characters on Pinterest. It says down here I've used 349. I want to get through this video quickly, so I'm not going to waste a ton of time writing big, long descriptions. But I do want to call out a feature that a lot of other tools don't offer just yet. Really, only one other scheduler offers an AI-based tool, and that is Tailwind at this time. To my knowledge, I will say, to my knowledge. So what you can do with this tool is it will, you can use it to make suggestions for editing your content. I haven't found a way to actually get it to write my content like Ghostwriter does on Tailwind, so maybe that will be a feature that comes in later.
They do have a hashtag, like you can add hashtags to your content, a hashtag generator. You don't need to use hashtags on Pinterest, so avoid this at all costs. I will say I do like the ability to pull things in. Planoly offers this option too, where you can pull items in from or make items right inside of the tool. I'm not currently logged in, nor do I want to with Canva, but I do like that they have that ability right inside CircleBoom to make Pinterest images. I love that feature, and it could, in some instances, speed up your design and scheduling process when you're doing it all in one. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add this to our schedule. So you're going to click schedule. Now you'll notice there's 3 options down here. Queue. So if you have a preset schedule, this will go into the queue. You can just straight schedule it, or you can post it now. I actually want to go ahead and post it because I want you to see right here in this video what these pins actually look like on the profile. So I'm going to load up my Pinterest profile, and we are going to go and see what that pin looks like. Now it should be living in my created tab, and it looks like it's perfect. It's wonderful. Exactly what I want it to look like. And it looks as if the notes to self is adding your description into your notes for self. I don't really know how important that is. I don't know if other tools are doing that just yet. I will have to analyze that and get back to you. However, with CircleBoom, it does look like your description. It's probably a Pinterest feature. It's a Pinterest thing. It's probably not a CircleBoom thing, but it's adding your description to your notes to self. And that's it. This is super simple. Okay, back to our scheduling tool. I want to go and just walk you through what it looks like to create a Pinterest specific post and do it the other 2 ways. So I'm just going to quickly pause this, load up another pin, and bring you back. Okay, I fully optimized another pin and added it to my queue, and I fully optimized this pin, and I'm going to show you how to schedule it. Now, CircleBoom seems to be doing something similar to what Tailwind does, and it chooses best times to post for you based on your Pinterest account. Now, my Pinterest account has been connected to CircleBoom since September of 2022, so it's had plenty of time to analyze the data. So when you click the schedule icon to schedule this pin, you can do a couple of things. You can go ahead and schedule it or save it as a draft and come back later. We're going to go ahead and schedule it, and instead of just choosing a random date and time, I'm going to choose the date, and I'm going to take a look here at the best posting times based on that date. So, or based on the week. So it looks like Thursday at 2:05, but it also is pulling out Friday at 1:58 and 4:11. So these couple of days here are actually the better times to post right out of the gate. So we're going to go ahead and schedule that. And then I'm going to take you back to your CircleBoom dashboard so you can actually see what your outbox or your queued up content looks like. So there's 3 options. There's publish now, add to queue, or schedule when you are scheduling Pinterest pins inside of CircleBoom. So I want to show you what that looks like. It's going to take a minute. This is definitely a downfall of CircleBoom, is how long it takes to actually add things to my queue or my schedule. So I'm going to pause this and come back. While I'm still waiting on the pin to schedule itself that I had just shown you to optimize and to actually schedule with the best time, I wanted to hop in and actually show you how to set up your time queue, time and queue settings. So on the left-hand side are these 3 little gear icons. Click that and choose time and queue settings, and you'll be sorted into this screen here, and it won't show this on the right until you click on it, and then it'll open it up. So if you have multiple profiles, it'll show them all listed here. You're going to want to choose the time zone in which you live or when you want those pins to go out. And then there is an advanced setting here you could click, or basic settings here that you can also click. So I have advanced settings open, and I'm choosing all days, and you can choose to add new posting times, or you can just choose this button right here, which is add the best times to post. I love these features when tools add these, because they're pulling the data from our Pinterest profiles to know when people are most active. So I definitely would encourage you to go into advanced settings, click this one here, and then just save that queue setting. So when you add items to your queue, it's actually adding them into those best slots. Now you're going to want to, when you do filter in and you're adding pins to your queue, you're going to want to make sure that they're being put throughout different days and they're not just on one day. I'm going to go back and re-optimize that pin and get it into the queue. Okay, so the Pinterest image that I was clicking schedule on to add to the best time in my queue finally scheduled. So I want to show you the outbox on CircleBoom. So when you add things to your queue, it's going to add it to your next available space in your schedule. But when you schedule them with the best possible time for a date, it will go on that date. So I scheduled this for the best possible time on Friday afternoon, and you can see that here. So now that I have a Pinterest pin actually in schedule, I want to show you how easy it is to edit that post. So you click on it in your outbox and you click edit. And then it brings you to this screen and you'll notice the buttons at the bottom are now gone. However, there is a new button here that says schedule and then it says add to queue or send instantly. So it'll bring those buttons back, but because we're editing it, it's just going to say, hey, go ahead and reschedule this for that same time frame. And then you can edit whatever you need to. So I'm going to pull back up that best possible time and click schedule. It's going to change the time a little bit. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It's going to just choose the next time in the slot. And it actually scheduled it a lot faster than when I initially scheduled it. So editing the pin is actually easier than when I initially scheduled it. It took around 5 minutes to actually add it fully to my queue and bring me to this screen. Okay, that is the end of me talking about actually scheduling and the ease of use. The affordability of CircleBoom is, it's okay. I would say it's a fair price for one tool, especially since that tool allows you the use of AI. If it didn't have the AI capability built in with only one platform at $17.99 a month, if I pay annually, I'm not sure that I would probably pay that much for a scheduling tool considering there's tons of them available. However, it is a very nice tool to use. It is very easy to use. There's really not a lot of guesswork when it comes to plugging in here. So if you are looking for a tool that makes it super easy to schedule to Pinterest and it makes it really easy to see your full schedule of what you have going out, then CircleBoom is definitely, I think, a fair price at $17.99 if you pay yearly. If you pay monthly, the price does bump up. I'm a little confused here as to what that price would be normally, so I don't want to quote that. As of filming this of April 2023, there's a sale going on, so I'm not sure if the price is actually $34.99 normally or if it's $27.99 normally. I think it's $34.99, so I definitely would not pay ever $34.99 for one profile to just schedule one platform's pins. Okay, moving past pricing, I want to talk analytics. What is involved in the analytics on CircleBoom? Okay, so through my course of actually looking for analytics for the platform, I'm not actually seeing any analytics included in the tool for Pinterest. So you will need to rely on Google and Pinterest analytics, which I always tell you to do anyways. It's just nice to see some analytics inside of tools that you're paying for to see follower growth and overall just engagement numbers in one place. But that's okay. It's not a huge downside that there aren't analytics because I'm going to tell you to go and look at Google and Pinterest analytics anyways. However, I do want to bring up a couple of final things before ending this tutorial video, and that is if you go into your outbox, I'm going to show you how to get here. Click the View Outbox top right-hand corner. You can switch to Calendar View if you'd like to see that, but we're going to go to the List View, and I just want you to click Sent Items. And then I know that repinning is not a huge thing. I'm not telling you that you should repin. I am saying, however, that if you do have a pin that goes viral and you wanted to schedule it again later, CircleBoom allows you to go ahead and click Share Again on that. And then it will bring you into the scheduler where you could schedule that again to another board. I do like that feature. I do like that it's right inside the tool and you don't actually have to re-upload it or anything like that. Now, is there a benefit to rescheduling pins that you've previously published? in a lot of cases, no. I would probably tell you to go ahead and make a new image for that. However, it is available inside the tool. So if you did see that one Pinterest image is getting a lot of love on Pinterest, then you might want to schedule it to another board, and you can do so easily. I'm never going to tell you that this is against best practices or it's going to get you slapped as spam, because quite literally I've never found that to be true. And I get this question a lot. Can I pin to multiple boards? And the answer is simple. Yes, you can. Should you do it all the time? No, you shouldn't. But can you? Yes. CircleBoom actually makes that super easy to do. So I really like that feature. And with that, that is the end of the CircleBoom tutorial.
Now that you've seen just how CircleBoom works with the Pinterest scheduling capabilities, I am excited to talk you through what my thoughts are on the overall review of this tool. So with every Pinterest scheduler tool, I judge and I rate them on 6 different things. So those 6 things are ease of use, ease of connecting Pinterest, because that's what this is all about, ease of uploading content to their scheduling tool to schedule it. Number 4, ease of optimizing content once it's uploaded, because Pinterest content needs to be optimized in order to send it to the platform and for it to be found by your user base. Number 5 is ease of scheduling your content inside the tool and editing the content once it's scheduled. I think this is so important. And the 6th thing is the affordability overall of the tool. Is it affordable for the everyday small business owner to be able to not spend all of their money on scheduling tools and things like that they can only use for one thing? So let's dive right on into those things. So number 1 is ease of use. I'm gonna give this tool overall a 4.5 out of 5. And the only reason is because of this one little thing inside of the tool. And I'm sure the developers and Sarah, who approached me from CircleBoom to do this video, they're gonna watch this video and they are gonna see what I'm talking about. So inside of your dashboard, your very main dashboard inside of CircleBoom, there's a big blue bar across the top, and then right underneath are different scheduling platforms that you can click, and all of those will take you to scheduling a post. When you click the big blue bar that says schedule a post, you cannot actually optimize and upload a Pinterest pin in this screen unless there's just another way to do it, and I'm completely missing it. So there is some confusion there with the tool overall, which is why I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. You do need to click the little tiny pill-shaped icon underneath that says schedule a Pinterest pin. The second thing is ease of connecting Pinterest. 5 out of 5, baby. This one was so simple. In fact, I think it's the most simple out of all the scheduling tools, except for maybe Tailwind. So definitely 5 out of 5. Connecting Pinterest is so simple. There is absolutely 0 questions about how to actually do this. Ease of uploading content is number 3, and I'm gonna give the tool a 3.5 out of 5 on this one, because I did not, after hours of playing around in this tool, I did not find a way to actually bulk upload content into a content library to be able to manipulate and schedule that to multiple different platforms or just to Pinterest overall. Now, I only used this tool to schedule Pinterest pins in the tutorial and in my use case, because that's what I would use it for. However, having that feature to be able to bulk upload Pinterest pins all in one go would be super delightful and actually make a workflow for someone like me, a Pinterest manager, much easier to do on behalf of clients, but also for people like my clients who might be doing it on their own. So 3.5 out of 5 on this one. I definitely think adding a library for your content to be able to upload in drafts would be phenomenal. Now, with that being said, you can actually upload content and save it as a draft. So don't get me wrong there when I say the ability to upload it to drafts. You can upload content to drafts, but it's a 1-by-1 thing. You can only upload 1 image at a time, save it as a draft. I would like to bulk upload 10 images at a time and save them all as a draft. Okay. The next one is ease of optimizing content once it's uploaded. I'm also going to give the tool a 3.5 out of 5 on this one as well, because once you upload a Pinterest pin, the very first thing that you can do is add the board. I like this. However, through the different ways of uploading content to the tool, if you upload one pin and you want to send it to one board, and then right after that, as soon as you hit schedule, you're faced with the draft screen again. On that draft screen, if you do not immediately change the board that you selected for the other pin, that pin is going to go to the same board as before. Now, if those two topics are not exactly the same, then you are presented with an optimization problem on Pinterest. So I would like to actually see the board choice be the last thing that you do that's required before you send a pin to Pinterest instead of the first thing, because I can quickly see this becoming a problem with people uploading their content to Pinterest or to CircleBoom to schedule to Pinterest and not changing that board. They're not realizing once you select that board one time, and I should say they may not realize, once you select that board one time, you have to change it each time. In fact, I inadvertently scheduled 2 different pins, which were 2 different topics, to the same board when they really should have gone to different boards. So I hope you understand what I'm saying, in that you need to make sure when you're scheduling with CircleBoom, you change the board as soon as you upload an image to drafts right away. Okay, so the next thing is ease of scheduling and editing your content once it's scheduled. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 because there are 3 different ways and they're kind of confusing as to which one to use. So there is add to queue, schedule now, or publish now. If you're gonna publish a pin now, I probably wouldn't be using a scheduling tool anyways. I probably would only be adding it to queue or scheduling it now. I think the different options when you're scheduling a piece of content should just be streamlined to one, add to schedule. However, I understand the need of having like a queue when you're scheduling to Twitter or whatever other tool platforms you might be using. But for Pinterest's sake, I would say just having one button, schedule now, would be a lot more simplistic and meaningful. Also, the tool, when I was using it, and I did bring this up to the team's attention over at CircleBoom, it was a server issue of some sort. They have now ironed it out, which is why I'm giving the tool a 4 out of 5. But there was a painfully slow bug causing the scheduling to be really slow. And now that that is fixed, I'm confident in saying that it won't be an issue if you try out the tool. It could be, obviously, it could be, but it probably is not going to be the same. So I'm going to give the tool overall a 4 out of 5 on both fronts, scheduling and ease of editing once scheduled. The ease of editing once scheduled is 5 out of 5 easy because it is so easy to edit it. And then once you do edit a pin, the options are they change for add to queue, schedule now, or publish now. They're not the same. In fact, the options are there, but the way that they look and they're presented is different. And the way that they're presented once you edit something that was already scheduled actually makes more sense. It just says schedule now. So I like that feature. And then right along with scheduling, I really love that CircleBoom is one of the few tools on the market that offers smart scheduling capability. So since it's API connected, they can see your most popular posting times and when you should be posting. And you can post within those popular posting times, which is one of the things that I love about this tool overall. Last but certainly not least on the things to review is affordability. So this tool is actually on the higher end of the price spectrum when it comes to scheduling tools. So with that, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I'm not super excited about the price point that you get to choose from, and then the pricing schedule on their website is a bit confusing. I'm not really sure, because there was a sale going on, what the normal price of the tool is. So I would challenge the company to clarify that in their messaging, to just let people know when they go to sign up, because this video is going to be evergreen, that this is the price normally and this is the sale price, and the sale ends on X date. So because of the confusion on the pricing schedule, because of the price of the tool, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. I definitely would recommend this tool to clients. I don't necessarily know that I would invest in this tool as a one-off. If the price truly is $17.99 a month for one Pinterest account, I think you would have to love the tool so much and the features that it brings you to pay that amount for a Pinterest scheduling tool. Simply because there are so many other scheduling tools where the price point isn't quite that high. It's actually about half of that on average, and you get a lot of different features within that. Now, the one thing I will say with CircleBoom that does make this price make sense to me is the AI capabilities within the tool. There are actually very few SaaS tools right now, as it stands, related to Pinterest that have an AI built-in capability. Tailwind is one of the most recent ones to come out. The Tailwind Ghostwriter, where it will ghostwrite your pin titles, pin descriptions, and all of these other things. Well, CircleBoom actually has a similar tool where it will edit or optimize your descriptions for you with the AI tool right there in the scheduler. So I do like that capability, and I do think that that AI tool supports the price point of $17.99. So if AI is important to you inside of your scheduler, if the simplicity of a scheduler tool is important to you, then $17.99 makes a lot of sense per month. And if that is if you pay annually. So with that being said, here's the overall score. Overall, I'm giving the tool a 3.16 out of 5, which is actually really good in my opinion. There are a lot of other schedulers out there that are rated, that I rated about the same level. Is it my favorite? No. Does it work? Is it efficient? Yes, and that's what matters. It's efficient. It has features that you probably care about, like AI, like smart posting, and it is so simple to literally open up and just start using, and that's really what, at the end of the day, is important to most people. So I hope that this was a thoughtful video for you. I hope it brings about a new scheduling tool that you might be excited to use and try out. And you can find the link to CircleBoom in the description down below. It's not an affiliate link. It's literally just a link to their tool. This video was not sponsored. They did give me a free account to use to test out, a tester account, just in exchange for making a video and bringing some publicity to their brand. I am potentially excited to work with CircleBoom more in the future if that is on the table. However, for now, there is a non-sponsored, non-affiliate CircleBoom link in the description down below. Go sign up for a free account, give it a test drive, and I will see you in this video here about other scheduling tools that you can use.